Hey everybody, Jesse Reed here with Jopper Entertainment. I'm here during Indie Week with Flara K. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. You guys want to introduce yourselves to our listeners here, quick?
Sure. We're Flara K. We're an R&B pop duo from Montreal, and we make music.
Yeah, it's like indie electronic music, a little bit of R&B vibes into there.
Yeah, some soul.
Yeah.
I know a lot of artists have slowed down during the pandemic, but you guys seem to be going hard throughout all of this. Do you want to talk about how the last 18 months have been for you guys?
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess you're because we released an EP in October of 2020. So we spent like the first part of the pandemic recording that EP. And then to figure out a creative way to release it, we booked this RV tour across Canada where we stopped in each major city across Canada and like spoke with bands and artists and booking agencies, festivals, Spotify editorials.
All virtually through Instagram Lives. Yeah. And we just kind of, I think for us, we just really didn't want this to slow us down. I mean, I feel like so many artists had so much going for them before the pandemic, and then it just all came to such a hard stop, and we just refused to be defeated. So we were like we were digging our way out of those trenches and being like, no way, so and we've been writing some more music, and we have an EP coming out on November 26th. And so much new stuff for the new year.
Awesome. Let's talk about the RV trip a little bit. You guys interacted with, like you said, tons of people from all across Canada, and lots of different kinds of venues, lots of different kinds of artists. How was that experience of just kind of, gathering all of those people and everything together to just kind of keep the music going?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool and pretty easy. Like, I'm sure like all indie bands know when you kind of reach out to people, sometimes you just don't get an email answered, right? But everyone seemed pretty down and excited about it. So it was very encouraging. And like when we got to like Winnipeg, we were missing a few people. We would ask them for recommendations, and they hooked us up with other festivals who would hop on and chat for like 5-10 minutes. And it was good to learn, and it was good to kind of like share that knowledge with other people. It was also great for us to like make those contacts to kind of open doors a little bit,
Awesome. That's cool. And you guys' latest album, or EP, Somewhere in Between, can we talk about that?
Yeah, that one, it speaks for itself. It's very much a somewhere. We felt like we were kind of in between moments personally and a growth. We were kind of in a very growth oriented moment. And those were the songs that kind of came out of it. It's a 3-song EP, and
we were also very depressed during the pandemic.
It was a bit of a dark time.
So one of the songs is called Day Drunk, and when we play it live, I kind of just explain how like this song we wrote during like the days during the pandemic, and it's called Day Drunk, and everybody seems to laugh. Like we all kind of understand each other.
There was definitely a moment where everyone was day drinking there in the pandemic.
Yeah. What would you guys say is one of the biggest lessons that you've learned over the last 18 months?
Ooh.
Oh man, to just, I feel like I know what it is for me. I don't know if it's for, I think maybe it applies to both of us, but it's just to like be honest with yourself, like, and be vulnerable with yourself. I think especially when it came to making music, sometimes we would do things not like, and maybe not, this doesn't apply to Flara K as much, but like throughout our musical journey, you kind of do things thinking that people think it sound good, or like, you hear like the Dua Lipa song, so you write a beat, you're like, oh, this sounds amazing, but is it really you? And I feel like we kind of really tuned into that and started being less afraid to be that. And like, for me, it started with this artist, Edwin Raphael. We did a songwriting trip on this boathouse. And it was just the way he approached his creativity, like so unapologetically and with like invincibility. Sometimes I think we both suffer it with a little bit of like insecurities.
And self-doubt.
Yeah, like, oh, like this isn't good. Like, oh, this kind of sucked. Oh, let's redo it. And you redo it till you get tired of it. Well, that just wasn't a thing for him. It didn't click that way. And I'm like, why do we do that to ourselves, And he's found a bunch of success in just trusting his gut. And so we've kind of like started like, I don't know, carving at the road in front of us, trying to pave that way. And that to me is like the biggest thing.
Yeah. And just allowing ourselves to just be more authentically us. without trying to be what other people might want us to be, or we think that they want us to be, you know?
Yeah, it's all in your head.
It's just because it is all in your head, and just really like listening to that uniqueness that's in you and bringing that out it has definitely been our biggest lesson for sure.
And actually the last song on the EP, Somewhere in Between, is called Insecure Part 1 and Part 2. And Part 1 is basically dealing with your insecurity, and the last one's like when you've been vulnerable and you come face to face, or you talk about it to someone, or you just like let yourself be who you are, like how much that opens up, you know, like the world, it becomes easier for you. So yeah, that's what I went through.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I feel like there's been a lot of self-discovery for everybody over the course of this.
I was about to ask, how about yourself? Like,
yeah, I would say similar things. You know, the whole imposter syndrome, that's something that I had to deal with a lot, and realized over the course of this, once I had time to slow down, like, why are you thinking these things? You know, like, why do these thoughts go through your head? And yeah, I think also just not to take advantage of the opportunities you have. That's one of the biggest things. Like I used to be able to go out to shows multiple nights a week, you know, have a blast, and I never really cherished it as much as now I feel like I'm going to.
No, absolutely. Even for like shows, right? Like I think any emerging artist, like, you know, you always have your sights set on this end goal. And so sometimes you play a show that maybe whatever, it's 150 cap and 50 people come out. And so like personally anyway, I would get in my head being like, man, the show is like a flop, but really like 50 people came out to experience you. And we even said that on stage in Ottawa, that like, thank you all so much to be like, and we're right there with you. It's a shared experience, and thank you for that. And I think it's made our show better. I think it's made it more fun for the people who come to the show. But it's like you said, yes, to stop taking those things for granted.
Awesome. So you guys got the new album coming out, which is right away. What are your plans for 2022?
More music.
Yeah, we're working on an LP. Like that's our goal.
Our goal is an LP. I mean, we're having so much fun writing the new stuff. We're exploring kind of just a more like soulful, like fun sound, and we're trying to dive into it, just have fun and like just have it be like a really freedom feeling song, like EP or album. Freedom, you know, like the feeling of freedom. You listen to it and you're just like, oh my God, this feels free, you know?
Yeah, that's a lot of 90s influence.
Yeah. A lot of 90s influence.
We'll see. We're just getting started, so it's just a bunch of cut and paste demos on our computer at the moment, but it's getting there. It's usually how it starts. And hopefully we can play some shows.
Yeah, do you guys got plans for any more touring?
Yeah.
I mean, we'd love to be back in Toronto again sometime soon, hopefully in the new year. I mean,
we can keep you posted.
Yeah, absolutely.
We usually book our own shows, so probably in the spring we'll probably head down. Winter, you know, you're Canadian, you know what I'm talking about.
It's a little tough.
No, it's hard enough just doing a road trip in the Canadian winter without having all that gear and having to lug it into a bar, and you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's one of you guys' favorite venues in Montreal?
Pitsy Campus. It's definitely our favorite. Yeah, it's like our family. It's like our home there. We've played there so many times, and the staff is incredible. It feels like a family, and just everything about it. The sound is incredible. The space is really nice.
Yeah.
There's a nice green room for like the artists.
Cool location. Yeah, it's just a really nice place. And in Toronto, I think my favorite venue might be the Cameron House. I know it's probably not everyone's first pick, but that Cameron House back room is just like, you go there for a vibe, and it's like, people are there to see and enjoy a show, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, Cameron House is so funny too, because it's got the two rooms. You're talking about the back, right? They've got the front room, which is usually a totally different vibe, and then you go to that back room and you're like, oh, holy shit, it's a party back here. I mean, the Horseshoe Tavern and I think it's the Drake Underground are really nice too.
Yeah, those are beautiful venues.
Cameron House has my little heart.
Yeah, you know? I mean, we've played there a lot, so maybe that's why.
Great venue. What would you guys say are the top 3 songs that you've listened to so far in 2020?
Oh my goodness, we've listened to so much music.
Oh, I hate that. Don't say that.
we listen to so
I have
much.
to open up my Spotify
Yeah.
playlist. But I'm gonna go off memory. I've kind of gotten into the Brooks and the Bluff. Brook and the Bluff. They have a song called Halfway Up. It only came out in 2019, but I've basically been listening to that on repeat.
Sorry, that's our dog crying.
Okay, I'm opening up Spotify. I'm just totally cheating here. Liked songs. Let's see where we're at.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, it's just our friends' music.
Yeah, we listened to a lot of our friends' music. We had so many friends.
That's a good friend.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna say Edwin Raphael, Staring at Ceilings. That song, he's an amazing artist. He has an LP coming out next year. He has a new single coming out in December.
What If Elephants?
Yeah, the song Phases by What If Elephants. They released an EP in October, which is sick, and we played the release show with them. And then you choose one.
I mean, we listened to a lot of, everything. Dua Lipa.
We're gonna go with Jessia. We're gonna go with Jessia.
Oh, Jessia as well.
But
yes.
I don't. Yeah, we met her in Vancouver, kind of
while
before,
we were doing our RV tour, actually.
Before her kind of TikTok fame blew up, and I was able to meet her at Osheaga recently, and it was awesome to see her blow up. So
yeah,
I think I'm gonna go with our three friends there.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we've only got a little bit of time left here before you guys are on to your next Indie Week interview. You guys got any last words to share with any reviews watching right now?
Maybe give us a follow on Spotify. Go check out our music. If you like it, you can check us out on Instagram. We're pretty interactive on there. We love to get to know people and literally just make new friends. So
even if you don't like the music and you just want to say hi, that's cool too.
That's cool too. Just come say hi. We want to make new friends. That's our main thing.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you guys very much for the interview, and I hope you have a great rest of your Indie Week.
You too, man. I hope we get to
you.
meet each other in person one day. Just say hi.
Hit me up when you're in Toronto.
Will do, man.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get the dog.
Sure.